Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Om. Namaste and welcome to Mahalila. My name is Maline and we are recording currently the Yamas and Niyamas of the Yoga Sūtras of Patañjali, the do's and don'ts of the Vedic tradition, of the yogic tradition. And this week we'll be exploring a little bit the yama called Brahmacarya. So before we begin to dive into the topic and see how we can relate to that, let's first find a comfortable seat. You may be sitting on a chair, on the ground, on your yoga mat, crossed legs, maybe sitting on your heels, whatever way you chose. If you have to make any other adjustments, feel free right now to position yourself in a way that your body is your friend and allows you to focus on the meditation. Slowly start connecting with your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose. Hold at the top and let go through your mouth. Back to your normal breath, only through your nose. Start feeling your chest rising, your chest falling. Slowly expanding and contracting your rib cages. Your rib cage every time you inhale and exhale. And taking a moment in here to make a scan of your physical body. How is your body today? From the sole of your feet to the top of your head. Is there any part of this body that is in need of some extra love, extra attention? So take a moment to give your body some love and allow your body to just be in this position while we are exploring this topic in the meditation today. Slowly you start to let go of the day you had before this moment, and also dropping the agenda for whatever is coming after this meditation. Most of us keep an immense list of to-do things in our minds, and it's very hard to relax and be present when we're always thinking, what is next, what is next, what is next? And usually we tend to overwhelm ourselves and feel frustrated because we can't fulfill that immense list of things. So this meditation is also an invitation for you to step into the present moment and just doing one thing at a time. Right now, you propose to yourself to sit and meditate. So just be here. There's nothing else more important than you in this moment. Everything else can wait. So Brahmacharya has different meanings. The traditional meaning would be a celibate, one who does not engage sexually with a partner, with others, meaning they conserve their sexual energy to themselves for their austerities, for their pursuit of spirituality. But Brahmacharya comes from char dhatu, a root in Sanskrit, a verbal root, that means to follow, charati iti. To follow what? To follow Brahman. Brahman has different meanings, but the pursuit of Brahman is the pursuit of oneself, because you are not separate from Brahman, which is consciousness, which is existence, which is fullness. Brahman is your nature. Brahman is that which doesn't have a limit, immensely big, that which is free from limitations, is consciousness. And that's you. But in order to understand something that is so subtle, that is beyond this physical realm, that is beyond even the subtle realm of our minds, that which sustains everything, you need to have a life that helps you in that understanding. You need a lifestyle of contemplation. You need a lifestyle dedicated to that purpose of understanding oneself as the limitless that you already are. In other words, the pursuit of freedom, enlightenment, moksha, samadhi, there are so many names, is the pursuit of Brahman, is the spiritual pursuit that not only the yogic tradition, the Vedic tradition talks about, but many other ancient traditions talks about. That knowledge that you are God, the universe, free of all forms, that in essence you are that. That's the pursuit of Brahman. So when we talk about Brahmacharya, following a life that is conducive for this knowledge of Brahman, of yourself, it may involve retaining your sexual energy, because as humans, we are also part animal and we have instincts, and sometimes these instincts can cause distractions to our pursuit. Even relationships can cause a lot of distraction if they are not used as a sadhana, as a means for this spiritual purpose. So it all depends upon your mindset and what does it mean for you to follow Brahmacharya. In a very traditional context, Brahmacharya is the one then that is a renunciate, that doesn't have any relationships with anybody, and therefore no sexual relationship also. He is completely focused on his pursuit of Brahman, of oneself, as the limitless that we are. But in the modern lenses, if you think about it, what are all the distractions to our minds that pull us away from our spiritual pursuit? What pulls us away from Brahman, from this understanding of the total, from our spirituality? Maybe a relationship, maybe you need to practice celibacy because you need to contain your sexual energy, maybe all those things. But it could also be any other type of addiction, shopping addiction, social media addiction, food addiction. So many things can be distracting you from your pursuit of Brahman. So whatever pulls your attention away from spirituality, that's not following Brahmacharya. That's the opposite. That's you following your instincts. So maybe Brahmacharya for you is putting a limit in your social media. Maybe Brahmacharya for you is proposing yourself to do some fasting if you go too much deep into your likes and dislikes regarding food. It could be relationships as well. Maybe it's moment for you to withdraw, be more present with yourself, be more present with your sadhana. So Brahmacharya means following a life that is conducive for you to realize yourself as Brahma, for you to know yourself. So Brahmacharya not only means abstaining for sexual activity or retaining that power. That is also true. Don't get me wrong, that is also true. But there are so many other ways that Brahmacharya can be followed and makes more sense for different people. So for you today, right now, what would be something that is in your way of following this vow of Brahmacharya? A life dedicated to self-knowledge, dedicated to spirituality. What is in your way that you could withdraw from in order for you to fulfill this vow? Your answer might be different than mine. And that's why there's no right, there's no wrong answer. There is the answer that is appropriate for you at this given moment. Because 6 months from now, it might change again. That's why a life of yoga is a life of alertness. We wake up to life. We come out of the pilot mode. And then we regain our power. And then we can focus our energy into the pursuits that make sense to us, such as the pursuit of Brahman. So I hope this could bring a little bit of more clarity to you. And I'll see you next time for the next topic. Thank you so much for listening as always. And I'll end today's meditation with a mantra, a verse in Sanskrit that talks about this fullness, Purnam, this Brahman that we are, and asks for peace within ourselves, in our relationships, and in the world. Let there be peace. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.